Anime localizers are just no fun at parties because they are one of those people that feel the need to push an agenda to make everyone feel comfortable. Because in this clip right here that you see right now, the Umas clearly say Merry Christmas, but the subtitles read Happy Holidays. Who are we offending? Nobody. Why did they need to do this? For no reason at all. And they felt the need that they needed to cater to everybody and not offend anyone. So they took a step up and it was like, you know what, original creators, you are wrong. I am right. I'm going not to offend nobody. So I'm going to put Happy Holidays and be on with it. One, that's already trashing the original creators' works. Two, no one gives a shit, dude. You're literally putting yourself on a pedestal where no one's going to look at you and congratulate you. Why are you even doing this in the first place? Now, I know what this is right now is not one of the biggest examples, but it's an example nonetheless, and can creep up into like pretty much just lose the trust of official translators. I'll get to that in a second, but there are other examples like the onigiri/donut example that we see in Pokemon. Because for some reason, localizers think that a rice ball would be very common and spark a lot of questions for a 6-year-old watching Pokemon and feel uncomfortable with that, so they changed it to a donut. Why? Because they don't care for the other foreign countries and their culture. One, that's already fucked up. Two, like if they don't know and and people are asking questions, why is this a thing or what did this even come from? Answer the damn question. Don't feel offended. It's literally their culture. Anime is brought over to us because we like their form of media. We don't want anything to change, no matter how significant or insignificant it is. Now, again, like I've said before, these examples are very minute, but they can creep up. In fact, if I see anything more get lost in translation or just translated because somebody wants to push an agenda, I'm literally going to lose the freaking trust in any translation in any anime that I'm going to watch, because it's going to end up like one of those funny videos that people overdub, changing the entire script just so they can make a comedic vid. This is not it. This is like, I want to watch an anime. I want to watch I want to watch my anime, know the exact storyline with everything pretty much precise to the original creator's thought. I don't want anything held back because a translator feels uncomfortable for literally nobody in themselves and end up changing the entire story just because they have the ability to do so. It's stupid. I think it's dumb. I don't trust anybody that defends localizing. And I see a comment here saying that localizing is the reason as to why anime was brought to the US in the first place. Now, I guess in a way, yeah, but at the same time, if it gets pushed too far to the point where it pushes or changes the entire trajectory of the story, then that is crossing the line already. And I'm surprised that it's just now being seen by Japanese creators. Like, they're finally saying like, dude, what the fuck are you doing to our stuff? We didn't give you permission to do anything like this. And in seeing all of this, I think any of the localizers that are pushing this agenda should be completely fired. They're misinforming. They're doing this out of their own violation. They're doing this just for themselves, thinking that they're doing it for the people, when in reality it's just a selfish act that no one really gives a shit about. In fact, it's hurting everybody else. But like, again, it makes zero sense. I don't know the thought process in this. And there's some cases and very little, and it shouldn't have been a problem. It wouldn't be a problem. Yes, localizing and making sure that we understand some of the stuff that they are trying to say is okay. Like, it's not bad, but when you're doing it on purpose, when it's something insignificant and making it a big problem, that's where the problem is. You're changing a thing that shouldn't have mattered, making it matter. And we see it. Even for those who are watching or have been watching anime for quite a while, be like, yeah, this isn't right. What the hell is going on? And the funny thing is, like, it really wouldn't defend or offend anybody that is new to anime, because I mean, they're getting into the anime or the Japanese culture, so they're learning some of the stuff. But when they don't see the exact thing that we've seen before, like the OG anime watchers, I guess, if you want to put a label on it, there's going to be like some difference. They're gonna be asking more questions, and like, it just makes zero. It just blows my mind. Why push it aside? Why try to make it seem as if it's a bad deal when in reality it's not even a big problem? And funny enough, this isn't even the biggest problem or one of the problems that we've had to begin with. I mean, there's been cases like this in 2024, Kagan Ashura, author, reveals that the official localization that he was showed were so bad and unnatural that he pulled up the fan translation to compare them in front of the publisher. In the end, he ended up hiring those fan translators. The first translation I saw was good enough as a translation, like if it was made as a part of an English exam for school, but it was unnatural to read. I had to print out both what they showed me and the piracy version and show it to my editor side by side in order to explain just how much smoother the fan translation was than the official copy. Seeing how this is already a terrible example on the official translations and not trusting their translations at all just goes to show that they're kind of just pushing away paid audiences and paid eyes and ears because they feel the need that they need to push some certain agenda, which is absolutely ridiculous. In a way, they're kind of promoting some type of piracy. And at the same time, and I don't really like want to push piracy. I'm actually like in the favor of supporting the authors, the animation studios. That way we could potentially get more seasons of our favorite shows. But at the same time, like, it just pushes away the paid audiences because who wants to be misinformed when watching a very interesting show? And like I've said before, it just leads me to think that going and trusting a paid translator is untrustworthy, and I would much rather try to follow a fan anime or fan translator because I mean they are the ones that are heavy balls deep into the anime and aren't going to mistreat anybody, any of the audiences that they are trying to show their skills for. So yeah, if you're easily offended when it comes to translating an anime and it's your job and you're getting paid to literally translate sentences to English, feel the need to just change everything, you should just quit. There's no point in you being there. There's no point in you trying to be the heroic figure that everybody thought they needed, when in reality, you're just doing it for yourself and making it obviously less enjoyable for everyone. You are a wet blanket. Stop translating. Find another job. Find another occupation. Stop making everybody else's life miserable. So please, dude, just stop doing things that you think are right when in reality just do your goddamn job. That's all you have to do. Anyways, let me know what y'all guys think about this translation or this localization. I'm like new to this entire like controversy deal. Like I'm not familiar with the entire history of localization. I'm only seeing things as they are now, and as they are right now are absolutely terrible because it's only going to lose it's only going to lose credibility. I'm not going to trust an official translator if they're going to keep doing this shit because I don't want to be ruined with this here. I don't want to be questioning myself like, hey, I don't recall any of this at all in Japanese culture. So please let me know what y'all guys think. And if you made it this far, appreciate y'all for hanging around. And if you like what you see, drop a like and subscribe, as that does help around on my channel a lot. Anyways, guys, appreciate y'all for hanging around, and I'll see y'all next time. Adios, guys.